Hi, everybody. This is Jeffrey at Red Color with more information about tarot. This is an example of a This is an example of a four-card reading. So it definitely helps if you have a question. So a typical question people would ask is, what's going on with my career? What's going on with my job? Right? What, where, how, when? So you shuffle. You ask second answer. And you can also, sorry, pollution is really strong here. You put the violet fire transmutation, right, to protect you. So the person is sitting in front of you or on the phone, whatever, or Zoom. What, where, how, when? What's going on with my career, they say. So, you do four corners. Here we go. What, where, how. Mhm. What, where, how, when. Okay. All right. So what is, creativity, passion? So this is really about, it's a weird expression, taking the bull by the horns. Like this the thing that makes me feel alive. This is the thing. So that's the what. It's not, um, a job you're doing just to do a job. It's like something that you're really interested in, you're really passionate about, you're really creative in, and she's the queen of timing. Also, queens are always really super patient. So there's this energy of knowing the right time. This is queen of timing, knowing the right time to act. So that's the what, right? The thing is about this reading, you can throw more cards. You could throw more cards to get more clarification. What, where? In a place that you see an opening. A place that you see an opening. Because he put up a line in the sand. He's fought his battles, and now he's deciding whether to continue with the battle or to whether just walk away. But he's gonna find an opening, a way to get out, right? Because he's a little bit overwhelmed. So a window of opportunity is going to open, and the thing between the timing is like you'll know what, where, how. The important thing in this card is to make a decision. It's to make a decision. That's what I get from this card all the time. It's a seven, it's confidence. Confidence. Okay, sevens are confidence, and cups are emotion, intuition. So it's like your first instinct, because there's a lot of choices here. It's the choice. It's wisdom, it's fame, it's a lot of money, it's building something. So it's about making the choice, your creativity, right? Knowing when to act, black cat, finding the place, making a choice. And then this is the when card. So when is probably the most difficult thing in tarot. So when is when things are fertile, when things are abundant, when the creativity is flowing, when it's easy. That's the thing about this card. She's really in a state of ease. But if I were to try to put it into a time of year, it would definitely be spring, summer, because it's light and bright and the garden is blooming. It's not fall, it's not winter, right? I would not read this as a fall or winter card. I would read it as a spring, probably summer, honestly. Spring, summer card. That's what I would read this as. So now, let's say the person says, where am I going to find this window? right? Let's say over here. So then you throw more, right? Then you throw more on this. Or they say, what would be the best choice for me to make, right? So you throw more of this. So let's do both. So where am I going to, how and where am I going to find this opportunity, this window? When you give up a certain way of thinking, right? And let a new energy come in, because this is the end. It's 10, it's completion, right? Let's throw another card. When you start following your own lead, when you start following your own lead and not follow somebody else, because this is what happens here. He was a bit of a tyrant. This is the way I see the card. He was a bit of a tyrant. They won the battle with him, but he was so ridiculous and so demanding that they're like, we're going back to the farm. I have my own thing to do. So it's really about ending your way of thinking, right? This is the opportunity. Ending your way of thinking, let something new come in and follow your own path. So that would be like more information. And then what choice do I make? What would be the best choice, right? That for my greatest good. And one question leads to another. And sometimes the person that's in front of you can't really come up with a question. So your job is to help them. It's like, okay, let's focus, right? Let's focus. Because sometimes, a lot of times people want to ask 12 questions at once. It's like, no, let's ask one question at a time. All right. So coming back, what would be the best? A flash of inspiration, something that's practical, and that you don't really spend money on. Okay. Very practical, very stable, something in the physical world that doesn't bring you anxiety. The thing about this card too is like, there's denial that's been broken, I'm going to throw one more. It's better and better. It's almost like the choice is going to be made for you. Like the choice is going to be made for you. The foundation has been shook up and something new is coming, especially with this and this. It's really almost something that you haven't even thought of. You throw one more. Here come the messages. And sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's like not really 100% clear. So let's say you have this reading and it's like it's not really clear. I'm going to throw one more card. If it's not really clear, then we need to either focus on that or focus on a more directed question, right? Something new. Let's use this. Okay. Let's use that. Okay. So what's this new creativity coming through? Let's do that. It's good that the cards are a little unclear because now, I'm showing you how to work your way through a reading, right? So I'm going to put them in like this. So what's this new fertility, this new direction, this new creativity coming through for the person who's in front of you, right? That's like a little mini shuffle. And I'm going to still shuffle. And, I don't shuffle forever. I do 3, 4, I'm done. Just the cards, they have their own information. Oh, I have to shuffle until it feels right. Cards fall out. Whatever. What makes you comfortable? Okay, so what's this new creativity that this person in front of you needs to be on the lookout for, etc. So we're going to use this as the base. The ace. Aces are new. Aces are ones. They're beginnings. It's also the Ace of Wands, so it symbolizes the spring. Okay, here goes that. Okay. Same question. What, why, how, when? What, why, how, when? Okay. What is a skill? A skill that either you need to develop. The other thing about this card, attention to detail, he's the craftsperson. He's like the mentor and the mentee at the same time. The thing about him, though, he loves doing what he does. Like, what would he love to do? Do you love to make something? Is there something you like to make? Right? Because it's in the physical world. And it could be a budget, right? It doesn't have to be woodworking. It could be a budget, um, uh, organization, putting things all in a row. I love doing Excel. Okay, great. But it's something that you love to do and you already have the skill at. Oh. Strength, courage, asking spirit for help, being attached to your body and mind at the same time. How? By sitting and contemplating, seeing it in your mind's eye, getting really quiet, getting really stable with your thoughts, and seeing yourself making that budget or baking that cake or whatever it is. But it's physical, because this is physical. And this is really interesting. This is a really good card, actually. So this would really be the transformation, like a complete transformation. So, oh, I really love to bake, but I've never really baked cookies before, or I've never really baked, or whatever it is. Or I've never really utilized this skill. I have an idea about it, or I've played with it a little bit. When I say I mean the person you're talking to. You played with it a little bit, but it needs to be more evolved. It needs to be, you need to do a deeper dive into this thing. And that's where the transformation comes through, right? And then someone will say, let's say somebody says, that person in front of you says, well, I'm good at 2 or 3 things. What's the thing that would bring me the most satisfaction or the most money, right? So we're going to throw on this. Let's show you the cards. We're going to throw on that. What is the skill that I either need to develop or that I need to develop further, right? Compassion, healing, the new thing, that you haven't tried before that you're willing to take a chance on. That might have to do with ritual, that might have to do with tradition, that might have to do with corporation or academia, something really established. So something that's really established, right, that you can build on, that'll last. Look at that. With this and this here, it's like be completely open to messages that come, right? Be completely open, because he's completely open, and this is like you're staying in the center, and then like drawing the right people to you. So this is really about listening to the opportunities, or seeing the opportunities that are in front of you and allowing them to take you on a new, like the wheel will spin, right? And then get into it with spirit. Is my body and mind, am I utilizing all my strength and all my courage here? Am I utilizing all my strength and all my courage here? And more clarity. Entrepreneurship. I mean, that's the card of entrepreneurship. She's really comfortable in her garden. She made her own way. She doesn't work for anyone. She worked for herself. So, it would be like, okay, you're going to go on a new road with the Fool there to establish something new with the Hierophant there. That's going to change your destiny, because the Wheel of Fortune, that's, what's your first feeling, right? And maybe working from home. This is also should be working from home. So that, and the thing is, it's like you're just giving the person, you're igniting their own ideas, their own intuition. Your job is just to, this is my opinion, help them to go inside and ignite or to rediscover this piece and part of themselves. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. It's really about leading, not saying this is the way it is. It's going to be a job at a bank. Da, da, da. It's like, no, no, no. How do you feel about that? What are the opportunities in front of you? Do you know anyone in this field? You know, is it your family thing? Do you have experience in this in the past? Like that. To encourage the person to come to their own understanding and conclusion, right? That's the way I read cards, okay? And then let's read a little bit on the transformation because I'm here, right? Because this is really profound transformation. This is really about letting the old die and using it as fertilizer for something new to come. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. Something that's nourishing, something that's clear, something that's aligned with abundance, with health, with joy. It's really clear. It's really clear. And sometimes, you know, people, I'm kind of reading myself now, you know, it's like they've been doing something like a little bit on the side all this time, and all of a sudden it's like, yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. Yeah. And it could involve the family, right? It could be a family business. It could be the business that you grew up in, the lessons that you took it on, and that is part of your legacy, part of your inheritance. And your inheritance doesn't necessarily have to be money. Let's say you grew up in a butcher shop, or you grew up in a restaurant, or you grew up in something, whatever. But that it would be like accessing that information and that experience in order to like, and you know, and remaking it, making it your own, you know, combining your body and mind, getting really quiet. That would be like the road. And you know, the thing is with tarot, one question leads to another question. One question leads to another question. So that is an example of a 4 card. All right, and I'll probably come up with more and do some more videos on that. And I'm going to continue with Tarot Tuesdays. Nancy Jean from Nancy Jean's Garden and I are going to be offering our tarot class yet again, starting on May 23rd. The information will be below. We always have really good students. It's our 3rd time giving it. It's a really thorough class, a lot of information, a lot of practicing, and we give printouts too. So it's not like, oh, I have to watch your video again and again. It's like, no, you can. You know. So please join us. See you soon. Thanks for tuning in. Bye. Oh, and I give readings and healings, and meditations. All right. Blessings. Bye.